The Lekki Deepwater Port is located 60 kilometers east of Lagos, with a total investment estimated at about $1.1 billion. Additionally, China Harbour is promoting participation in the investment and operation of the port.
Lagos is changing fast. And guess who's buying up the land? You might think it's our usual big-time Nigerian developers, or maybe one or two Nigerian senators with suspicious retirement plans. But no, it's the Chinese. And they're not playing. 1 minute it's just bush and sand. Next thing you come back and boom, there's a gated estate with a name like Emerald Imperial Luxury Heights Phase 6. Who owns it? Some Chinese firm with deep pockets and even deeper long-term plans. But this isn't just about a few office blocks or flashy condos. Chinese investors are setting up shop like they plan to stay for Christmas, New Year, and dirty December. From Ghana to Zambia, and now deep into Lagos, they're building roads, railways, ports, and yes, real estate. Ones that are way out of most people's price range. I mean, it's not charity. These investments are strategic. And Alaro City and the Lekki Free Trade Zone, that's prime land. We are talking $250 million already committed by over 20 firms. Meanwhile, the average Nigerian is just trying to buy land that doesn't come with 10 omonile and a court case. Okay, here's the big question. Are Nigerians being priced out of their own future? In this video, we're going to break down exactly how this Chinese footprint is reshaping our cities. And maybe, just maybe, eating our jollof rice too. Let's talk about money. Serious money. Alaro City, right in the heart of the Lekki Free Trade Zone, has pulled in a cool $250 million from just 24 firms. That's not small change. That's the kind of money that makes things move, quite literally. Roads being built, warehouses going up, factories springing to life, and gated communities are appearing faster than Lagos traffic can clear after a rainstorm. And trust me, it's quite the experience. Now, this isn't just about new buildings. This is about a whole ecosystem being created from scratch. According to a recent Business Day article, these investments are positioning Alaro City as a model for private sector-led development in Nigeria. Translation: the private sector, especially foreign players, is now leading the charge on what our cities will look like in 10, 20 years. Not the government, not even local developers. But what exactly makes this such a magnet for investment? The answer lies in the Lekki Free Trade Zone. Think of it as Nigeria's investment Disneyland. Except instead of roller coasters, you've got tax breaks, easy permits, and massive infrastructure projects. It's designed to attract global investors, and it's working. Ports, expressways, power lines, all of them are being built to support this booming business hub. And you can guess who's showing up ready to claim their piece? The Chinese. Here's the twist. They're not just flying in and signing deals and jetting back to Shanghai. No. These nationals and companies are actually moving in, living here, setting up offices, building relationships, starting businesses. It's not hit and run investing. It's more like, we are here and we are not leaving anytime soon. Take Dennis Yang Shen Wang, for example. He's the China Business Associate at Alaro City. What's his job? To connect Chinese investors to opportunities, help them settle in, and grow their footprint here. And he's good at it. His background in business development means he's not just pitching ideas. He's helping Chinese companies plant long-term roots. Now that's the key difference. Western companies often come in, extract value, and dip. The Chinese? They are building infrastructure, setting up factories, partnering with local firms, and creating systems meant to last. So the big question isn't if the Chinese are here. It's how much of Nigeria they'll own if we keep sleeping on this. But before we jump to conclusions, Let's take a magnifying look at what this means for locals. Look at it from two perspectives: strategic investment or slow motion takeover. Because when you start digging into who actually owns what in these new developments, a pattern starts to emerge. Chinese firms aren't just renting office space or sponsoring roundtables. They are buying land, co-owning entire estates, and securing prime positions next to high-value assets like Lekki Port and Dangote Refinery Corridor. They are not just investing in the free trade zone. They are flanking it, owning the neighborhoods and infrastructure around it. That means control over logistics, warehousing, supply chains, housing, you name it. Straight chess, not checkers. And they are also shaping policy and strategy. Guess what? Just next door, the Lagos Free Trade Zone Development Company, or LFZDC, is literally run by a partnership between China and the Lagos state government. So it's like they brought their own associate to dinner and took over the kitchen. Strategic? Absolutely. Accidental? Not a chance. Now, compare that with how the West typically shows up. It's mostly about loans, aid, and short-term projects with complicated terms and even more complicated exit strategies. The kind that sounds good at first, but leaves African countries repaying for decades. Think USAID and the like. The Chinese approach? It's more boots on the ground. Buy land, build things, stick around, grow influence. All that, while it might sound better than exploitative loans, comes with their own set of problems. Which brings us to the people who should be at the center of this story, but aren't: the locals. Because while all these sparkling developments are exciting on paper, the ripple effect is that many ordinary Lagosians are slowly being priced out of areas they've lived in for years. Rent is going up, way up. In places like Ibeju-Lekki, even modest homes are now pushing prices that would make a banker sweat. Landowners, they are selling to the highest bidder, of course. And you can imagine who usually has the highest bid. Developers prefer foreign capital. I mean, it's faster, it's bigger, it comes with fewer local bottlenecks. So the middle class are left out of the race entirely. You go to buy land and they tell you, oh, that one's already under agreement with a partner from Beijing. And the irony, Nigerians still dream of owning homes, but can't afford to build in their own backyards, while investors thousands of miles away are snapping up land like they are doing shopping online. Of course, this isn't just a Lekki issue. It's a Lagos issue. It's a Nigerian issue. It could also be a generational one. Where do we go from here? Because if you're residing in Nigeria or in the diaspora thinking, I'll come back and invest when things are more stable, it's sad to say, by then, all the good stuff may already be gone. Now, to be fair, the LFTZ is a game changer for Nigeria. It's bringing in jobs, dollars, roads, tech, and attention. But here's the part nobody really talks about. When you create an economic zone this powerful, who controls it? Because control is everything. If most of the assets in and around the free trade zone are owned by foreign entities, and decisions are being made in Mandarin more than in Yoruba or English, then how independent is our future economy really? When the ports, the roads, the energy supply, even the residential real estate is tied to external players, we've got to ask the tough questions. Are we building Nigeria for Nigerians, or for those who saw the opportunity first and moved faster? Speaking of moving fast, this is where I'm going to talk directly to my brothers and sisters in the diaspora. You guys, listen. While you may be watching from afar and weighing options, waiting for Nigeria to settle, others are already planting flags. The Chinese aren't waiting. The Lebanese aren't waiting. Even some Western private equity firms are quietly buying up digital real estate tools to map out future hotspots. So if you're planning to come back and invest someday, I hate to break it to you, but someday might already be too late. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about buildings and land. It's about influence, legacy, and power. If Nigerians abroad don't step in and co-invest in this new future that's being built, we'll wake up one day and realize the table was set and we weren't even invited to the dinner. Let's be real. This isn't just a video about real estate or foreign investment. It's about vision. It's about who gets to shape the future of one of Africa's fastest growing cities. And right now, it looks like everyone but everyday Nigerians are making the big moves. We've walked through Alaro City, peeked into the Lekki Free Trade Zone, and watched how the Chinese aren't just investing, they're settling. We've seen how the middle class is getting squeezed out, how the diaspora is watching from the sidelines, planning to invest in their next visit to Nigeria. This isn't fear-mongering, it's facts. Land is disappearing, value is rising, and guess what? Lagos isn't going to slow down and wait for you to decide. If you don't plug in now, you might find yourself asking for permission to build in your own city, in your own country. Here's the move. Don't overthink it. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't even wait for the perfect number. Start the process. Reach out. Ask questions. Contact us to secure a spot in these high-growth areas. Whether you're ready to invest now or just need to understand the lay of the land, we've got the insight and the right partnerships to help you move smart. Let's make the next big moves our own. Let's change the story. Let's change the narrative.